Alrighty, good morning. We're in the shop early this morning. It is really cold. I just turned the furnace preheater on. I use oil to heat my shop, waste oil. That's that big red box up on top there. And it takes about 10 minutes for the heater block to warm the oil before I can actually fire the furnace. So I'm cold, and I thought, you know what? I have this car in my shop. I brought these two in last night because it's been so cold, and a few people have asked me, give me a video representation or rundown on the Honda Z600 that you have for sale. And I had this for sale during the summertime, and a couple people drove it and liked it, but it didn't pan out. And I love the car, so I'm not really willing to budge on the price, and I drive it back and forth, and it's fairly cheap to insure. I just really like the car, so I haven't pressed really hard to sell it, but a couple people are interested, and I thought I would do a little video walk around on it. It is not perfect, of course, but that's what actually makes it pretty sweet. It runs and drives perfectly, but I've modified it, and the prior owner has modified it. And Stella, what are you doing there? You got a can of Easy Cheese? Where'd you get that? So there's my smart bird dog with a can of Easy Cheese. I don't know where she got that, but let's get back to the car. Speaking of Easy Cheese, this car is a little cheesy, but that's actually what makes it pretty cool. It's got the side pipes there, which are fully functional. It has the jacked up rear suspension, which are these what I call spud diggers, but they're shackle extensions. It has some patina. The car originally was a periwinkle blue, which is this color right here. That's the original color of the car, which is actually pretty rare. Somebody has then painted it the metallic blue, which actually buffs up pretty nice. Right now it's cloudy, but I haven't buffed it in a year or so. And then they put a aluminum strip, beltline strip there to give the two-tone some definition. It has a sunroof, an old-fashioned sunroof pop-up, which actually works. It has the radio antenna on the rear bumper, as you can see. It has the big wheels and tire package, which actually I put on there, and I think they look great. They are 13-inch by, what are they, 175 50 13s. Try to find a set of these tires. Just try. It'll take you forever. They are only available out of the UK, and it took me quite a while. There's approximately $1,500 worth of wheels and tires on this car, which is about half the price of the car. So I have got it listed for $3,000. I think it's a fair price because it runs, drives. But it could, if you wanted to, give it a full restoration or not. You could drive it as is. Some other custom touches are the hood scoop here. This is our top fuel hood scoop. I got that off of a Pontiac Tempest. I didn't cut the hood, but I put a light in there. You can see there's a LED light in the hood that lights up when the running lights are on. And speaking of lights, we have lots of lighting options here. We have our normal headlights, we have our turn signals, we have our running lights, and we have additional driving lights. And then there's also LEDs right there. So lots of lights. You want to stay safe, want to stay bright. But I kind of went with the, have you ever seen that Vespa that has all the lights on it? Kind of a theme, but not too much. I wanted to kind of plug up some of the ugliness of not having a grill, so we went with lights. Let's open the hood for you and show you the inside. So patina, it's got lots of it. You can see it's not rust per se, but there are breaks in the paint to where the metallic blue has delaminated to the periwinkle blue below. There's a few parts missing, like the ends of these roof strips on both sides, I believe. Yeah, and there is a crack in the snorkel, which is the hatch part. The hatch opens up, and I call it the pants. That's where the spare tire would go. That folds down. There's a release inside the car you can lift up, and that folds down. It has some cute bumper stickers and mud flaps. Let's take a look at the inside. Inside has been modified as well a little bit with the AstroTurf door cards, the seat covers, and the blue carpet. Everything works and drives as it should. Got a horn that works, and of course it's been sitting cold all night. I'll start it up here for you. I'm going to turn the key. Ooh, I get a little choke because it's probably cold. Get that little choke. I'll fire it up for you. Oops, I gotta get the wheel just in the right position. It has electric fuel pump. You can hear it come on. And let's see. Turn it fires right up. Just choke down a little bit. Smooth as a whip. Let's open the hood. The release is on the passenger side here. Pull that. The heater works, which is amazing. Doesn't blow any stink because it is a heat exchanger system, just like a Volkswagen. Probably gonna asphyxiate myself by having this run in the shop. I think I'm gonna turn it off because I don't know if you can hear me, and I don't want to breathe exhaust. The dash has a few cracks. There really isn't much of a headliner. That could be easily remedied. It does have a back seat, which is functional. All the safety stuff like the e-brake, the seat belts, which are retractables, work just fine. Right here. Again, I use this car every day. The wipers work fine. The defrost works good. You can actually drive this car in the wintertime. It actually produces some heat. So when you turn the fan on, there's actually an electric booster fan off of the heat exchanger. It does blow warm air, actually hot air, onto the windshield, which will defrost your windshield. And of course, you can switch between defrost or interior. It is a 4-speed, which all Honda 600s are, and it's more of a dash-mounted 4-speed. You can see the floor is completely open down there. This car has been modified a little bit. It will go 60 miles an hour, although at 60 miles an hour, as in typical 600cc fashion, the RPMs are pretty high. I think they're about 5,000 RPM at 60 miles an hour, and that's just due to the gears within the transmission. I change the oil very regularly. In fact, I don't know if you can read my script there, about every 500 miles, if not sooner. I have little notes to remind myself when I did change the oil, because I'm serious about maintenance. The steering wheel's got a few cracks, a few blemishes, but like I say, everything works. Let's look under the hood. This is a sweet little car. A lot of people poo-poo it because they want to bring it back to the way it was. They don't like the theme that's going on. I can do this with one hand here. This is kind of hard. I don't know if I can do it. There we go. Okay. So you can see the underside of the hood is a different color. Somebody's replaced it. And it has periwinkle on it, so I don't know what the history or how long ago that's been done. Same with this fender. It appears to have been replaced. So we are looking at our dog up in the mezzanine checking us out. Hi, Stella. Where's your cheese whiz? Okay, back to the car. We have a 12-volt electrical system here with a basically Honda Civic battery. We have a set of ignition points here running off the cam. We have a side draft, basically single carburetor. I believe it's a 40 millimeter. Has some modifications with a, what do you call that, a velocity stack and electric fuel pump with a regulator here. It is overhead cam, 600 cc's. The compression on this I have tested is right about 160 on both cylinders. I think one is 155 and one is like 157. So that's amazing. The head has been rebuilt. The clutch has been replaced. The heat exchanger has been fixed. It doesn't leak. You can see the heater is all hooked up. It draws in fresh air from this vent here, pulls it into this fan, then blows the fresh, clean air around the exhaust system and then into the car. Pretty neat. We have brakes. The brakes have all been gone through. The power brakes do work, which is actually unusual. It has power disc front brakes. We have our voltage regulator here, and I think I put new brushes in the stator assembly, which is down there. It has a new belt, and I've been changing the oil frequently. So it is a runner driver. It is an everyday car. If you're interested in that type of thing. It does have some patina, and like I said, you could restore it, or you could just, let it be. I prefer to let it be, and I think that's been the downfall. A lot of people look at it and they go, oh, who'd want to drive that thing? So it's up to you what you want to do, but I thought I'd give a general overview of this sweet, sweet street survivor. It's a 1972 Honda Z600, if I didn't mention that, and it is available right there if you're interested. I am not super, should I say, disciplined or desperate to sell it, but if the right person comes along and we can make a deal, that's great. All right, thanks for watching. Oh, somebody else wanted to know about the rust. Only real rust it's got is right here. And that's because when I rescued it out of the field, the car was listing to the side, and that's where the water went. That can be fixed pretty easily. There are a couple other little thin spots, but the floors, let's take a look there. As far as I remember, they're solid. Yeah, they are. I don't know if you can see it there. They are solid. Has the soundproofing and the stereo wires. No, the floors are solid. Everything else is solid. So there you go. You can even tell how solid the car is by the way that door just shut. So thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out my videos. Thanks for looking at my car. And if you like what you see, let me know. We'll see you later.